Hey guys, and welcome to Car Guy 1999 Reviews. Today, thanks to Infinity of Nashua, we have our 2023 Kia Telluride EX. The specific vehicle is currently listed for sale at time of filming. Link to the car will be in the description below. But this one's actually a really nice equipped example with the mahogany interior color. We have a window sticker in there we'll go ahead and take a look at. I've spent a lot of time in Tellurides. I used to do marketing for a Kia dealership, part of a auto group, so I got my hands on a lot of 2020 and 2021 Tellurides. I've also had the opportunity to drive a bunch of Palisades. We've gotten a few on trade and I've driven them, and I do like them a lot. I'm very familiar with the platform. Which would I pick? I've always said Telluride. It's just a little bit more unique. I've always found the Telluride feels a little bit more adventurous. This one also has the captain's chair pack. So this is a 7-seater. You got 4 up front, 3 in the back. You do have USB-C charging here, as well as your typical 12-volt outlet there. Course. Under the hood, 3.8 liter naturally aspirated V6, 291 horse, 262 pound-feet of torque. Ebony black over interior color black, but again, that's going to be listed mahogany interior color package for 295, carpeted floor mats for 225. Ebony black paint, captain's chair. So it looks like as tested of 46,670. Yeah, overall pretty darn cool. Biggest changes, obviously the exterior design's a little bit refreshed. I do miss the amber running lights. Those looked so cool. They were a love it or hate it. I think it made this thing very distinctive. The new Kia badge that does still look like KN, but I'm starting to see the Kia in it. New gauge cluster, because the previous gen had the analog gauges. The new Kia infotainment system. So you have your basic home screen here, which gives you a small, kind of fades into the nav, and then your audio and time. And I do think, I don't know if it's in this one, but you did have a rear seat talk button. I'm not sure if it's in this specific one. Then you have like quiet mode, stuff like that. Vehicle, data network button, sound. So all your, this is actually pretty cool. So to go through all your settings and stuff like that, it all goes through kind of like, all right, driver attention warning, and it brings you right to it. So it's pretty, you can kind of just go back and like, oh, speed limit, there you go. And then you want parking safety, brings you right, so you don't have to dig through settings. You just kind of say, all right, this is what I want, and you click on it. Pretty darn cool. Cooled seats, heated steering wheel, fast charger, wireless fast charger. You still have USB-A, USB-C, 12-volt outlet. You have another USB-C in here. That's removable. Gonna be driving this in smart mode. Kind of detects your driving and chooses the mode that's best for the situation. Do have a sunroof. I do believe in the SX you get a suede headliner, but let's go for a drive. I've been wanting to get my hands on one of these for a while, ever since they did the refresh. I have driven a 23 Palisade, just as a quick appraisal. Not done a in-depth drive. But no, it's a really, really nice car, and I think for the price point, for under 50 grand, it's a really, really nice car. I've always said, if dealers are asking stupid over sticker for it, you're overpaying. I think MSRP is what this car is worth, maybe 2 or 3 grand more. Anything more than that, you're kind of gonna start noticing some cheaper materials for the price point. I think it's amazing how good this vehicle is coming from Kia, you know, who 10 years ago were not making very good cars. And even 15 years ago, because I had an 07 Kia Spectra, it felt like an appliance. These, you know, they've made the Stinger, stuff like that. Test power. You know, a lot of their cars felt like appliances. Same with Hyundai. Now you have the Veloster N, the Kona N. You have a lot of really, really good cars from these two manufacturers. And even though this isn't a sports car, it drives really, really well. I always come back to, you know, if you're trying to be under $50,000 for a 3-row SUV, Palisade and Telluride is where it's at. They just do everything so well for the price point. I know the SX, I haven't driven a fully loaded SX Prestige or Premium Telluride, or Telluride. I think 55, 56 is about where those are. Once you start getting into 60 grand, I think you're overpaying for one. But where it's as tested, I think you are a bargain at the 55 price point. 60 grand, I mean, you're at a Lux QX60, which interior wise just feels better. And I'm not just saying that because we're an Infiniti store. I'm saying that genuinely. You know, you give me 60 grand, it's like, all right, you can have a $60,000 Telluride or a $60,000 QX60. I'm going to take the QX60. It's just kind of, if I'm spending 60 grand, I'm going to have a luxury car. But this is kind of doing what Mazda's doing and kind of bringing luxury to the masses, bringing luxury down to an affordable price point, giving you all the main features that you're gonna want. This has radar cruise control, partial hands-free driving. So it has everything that these high-end cars have for the most part. I would say 90% of it for an affordable price point for the majority of families. And they put it in a package that is actually a really, really attractive design, very nice interior. All your touch points are very, very nice materials. Even the top of the dash is soft touch. Door cards here are soft touch. You start really digging, you might notice some cheap feeling materials, but everything you're gonna use on a day-to-day basis feels great, especially the steering wheel. I love this steering wheel feel. Absolutely very luxurious design. Open pore wood trim, even though it might not be real wood, but it has a matte finish to it, so it feels good. That's the thing, you know, if we're gonna use plastics and stuff like that to really bring down the price points, make them good. You know, make it at least feel like you're, you know, yes, I know a lot of this isn't real chrome, it's plastic, but make it look good. You know, we know that you can't put real chrome and everything like that. Just make them like these buttons and dials. They all feel great to the touch, even though they're plastic. That's what Kia is doing right with the Telluride. They're making all the materials, even though they're not the real thing, they take what they have and make a very, very nice to use vehicle with it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. See y'all in the next one.